The fog that lost its way. One snowy winter night, Meera and her puppy Kuttu sat quietly under the moonlight. Suddenly, Chukka, the magical blue train, arrived with a cheerful whistle. But something was wrong. A mysterious silver fog had covered the valley. Soon, even the moon disappeared behind the mist. "The fog has lost its way," said Chukka. "We must help it." So Meera, Kuttu, and Chukka set off on a magical adventure. They traveled through snowy forests filled with glowing fog. They followed beautiful snow owls through the mountains.
They're so magical! Whoop, whoop.
They crossed a frozen lake that sparkled like a mirror. They rolled across an ancient bridge floating above a sea of mist.
Far ahead, warm lantern lights glowed softly through the drifting fog. They had reached a peaceful snowy village hidden deep within the mountains. Cozy cabins sparkled beneath the snow while villagers carried glowing lanterns through the quiet streets and welcomed Meera and her friends warmly. A glowing snow owl showed Meera a magical mountain trail leading toward the north wind bells. The narrow snowy path twisted gently between pine trees and glowing lanterns while silver fog drifted softly around them. Together, they followed the hidden trail higher into the mountains. Higher and higher Chukka climbed through snowy cliffs and glowing clouds. The freezing mountain wind swirled gently around the railway, while the giant snowy peaks stretched far beneath the starry sky. Meera watched the magical winter world sparkle quietly beneath the moonlight. At last, they reached the ancient mountain shrine. Hanging beneath glowing ice were the giant north wind bells. But the bells were frozen completely still and silent. The silver fog drifted sadly around the shrine while the cold mountain air echoed quietly through the snowy night. Meera gently placed her warm hands against one of the frozen bells. Slowly, soft golden light spread across the icy metal. Snowflakes around the shrine began glowing beautifully while warm magical sparkles floated gently through the cold silver fog surrounding the ancient bells. Suddenly, the giant wind bells began ringing once more. Golden musical lights swirled through the snowy mountains as warm wind rushed gently across the valley. The frozen ice melted away while Meera, Kuttu, and Chukka smiled happily beneath the glowing magical sky. The magical silver fog finally began flowing peacefully again. Warm winter wind guided the glowing mist safely through the snowy valleys, frozen lakes, and pine forests. Beneath the moonlight, the fog drifted gracefully across the mountains as if dancing softly through the night. Slowly, the fog lifted away from the snowy village below. The giant moon returned brightly to the sky while warm lantern lights sparkled once again across the valley. The snowy mountains glowed peacefully beneath the stars as everything became calm and beautiful again. The villagers gathered joyfully beneath glowing lanterns and falling snowflakes. Everyone cheered happily for Meera, Kuttu, and Chukka. Warm music filled the village while golden lights reflected across the snowy streets. The entire valley felt warm, peaceful, and full of happiness once more. As the celebration ended, the glowing snow owls returned beneath the giant moon. They circled gently around Meera and Kuttu while magical silver feathers drifted through the air. The owls seemed to whisper a quiet thank you before flying peacefully back into the snowy night sky. Later that night, Meera and Kuttu slept peacefully beneath a warm, cozy blanket. Outside the bedroom window, Snowflakes drifted softly across the glowing valley beneath the stars. Far away in the mountains, the wind bells continued ringing gently, guiding the magical winter fog safely home. Sweet dreams, little dreamers.